Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, hopefully by the end of it, the 64A is running without any more issues. Fingers crossed. But anyways, so Lee has been busy and he has the timing cover from pulley, the whole lot taken off. I'm just trying to figure out which is the best way to go into it so you can see. So he has it all off there now. So that's all the gears for timing. I don't know why that's there. But so yeah, so the cousin's going to come up now to make sure everything is timed right. You can actually see where he's marked, or where it's already been marked where everything should be. So now that that's off, we'll be able to get the front crankshaft seal done as well. That's what the timing cover, the front of the engine looks like with the timing cover off. So didn't actually have to take out the front tombstone. Tombstone is still on. So someone did comment and say that we wouldn't have to take off the front pulley, whereas in the 6290 we had to extend it. So that saves a bit of ripping anyways. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So we'll see how they get on later. Don't know when the cousin is coming up, but anyways, look, make it up as we go along. That's what we always do. But yeah, fingers crossed, end of this video, that tractor's running without an error code. Back at the 1200, and as always, all the 1200 videos are sponsored by John Connaughey. For all your tractor parts and accessories, you can head to the website you can see on the banner there. Definitely see one thing anyways, the exhaust is on. How'd it fit in? Perfect. Took a bit of going to get the right, to get the right bend and to get the right, just to get it to.
We use a bit of flexible just to match it up, and it just means that she's not rigid.
Yeah.
The original one would have been slightly further up here and not a full 90.
Yeah.
And sitting straight down there, but I kind of like a bit of flexible in it. So.
It takes the vibration out of it.
You know.
Yeah. So how are you doing at the minute?
I'm getting the EirCode ready for painting before we go off. We have to go off this evening, so.
Okay.
EirCode, the rest of the diagram.
That's the diagram for all the plumbing.
Only for that pump. That's just for that pump.
That's just for that. That's just for this pump. That's the pipes just for this pump here.
Yeah, the diagram for the other one is separate.
That's it here, is it?
No, that's just I done two of them.
Oh, you done two of them? One at a time.
Two of them. That's all we were a couple of us looking at them, so I'm just trying to give the old oil cooler a little bit of a refurbish.
So the oil cooler.
It's a little bit shook, but it's alright. It'll be alright.
It's not leaking, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's only where the pipes are off.
Yeah.
No, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
So, also you can also see filter bowls are fitted, and you will have seen in one of the other videos the cousin has the return line done for the injectors, finished up injector 2, so just waiting on the rest of the diesel fittings, and then we'll be able to hopefully start it. If we get started, we're waiting on the starter too to get done to come back. So yeah, that's the progress on the 1200. Hopefully the end of this video we'll have her running. Lee is just working on getting the timing cover tidied up for the 6480. So what is it, just taking all the gasket?
Just taking all the gasket off. It needs a damn good wash.
Yeah, oh yeah, it needs a good wash. Yeah. That's where she was leaking, is it?
I don't actually know. It looks like she's been leaking from there, but that's, the seal seems good, like. Don't know why.
Yeah.
On the I wonder what the pulley is. Where's the pulley there? Like, the pulley's not overly marked, like. Small groove on it, like, but it's nothing compared to what was in the 62, like.
Yeah.
The 6290 was completely wore here. You could actually see the dip in it.
Where the oil would have been.
Well, it's where she was rubbing.
Yeah.
This here was rubbing down here because the
she wasn't sitting.
The timing cover wasn't centered.
Yeah.
But I don't know why or where that's been coming from. Or why it has been coming from the bottom of the water pump down.
Into that.
Yeah, and the fan has just been spreading oil.
Aye, that's why it's all the dirt and that has stuck there.
Yeah.
But you'd think, would there not be more dirt on the trail down from
They
it?
washed it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Second time, third time she's been washed out.
Yeah, and then that's not clean because the whole lot's sitting on top of it.
In around the tombstone there's about 2 inches of dirt, like.
Yeah.
It's real bad.
Yeah, that would make sense. Anyways, right, we'll go for the spuds.
I don't think she skipped the timing, so.
She did? No.
No, don't think she's laying up there in the timing march, so it's only a matter of adjusting the advancement on the pump.
to see whether it'll make the difference or
leave
not.
the water pump off her.
Yeah.
And get her going. And see what she's going to do. She's keep bringing them warning lights up.
Yeah.
Or we'll maybe keep adjusting the time, stop and starting her and see how much of a difference it actually makes to her for starting. Like.
Yeah. The joys of machinery. Back in with Lee, he's just getting ready to start. So we have it kind of dickied up here to see what the timing is like, see how it's going to work out. So no error codes coming up.
No, not now.
Because before, when you started the tractor, as soon as you revved it, that error code will come up. As literally, it didn't matter if it was doing work or not. As soon as you revved it, even if it was stationary, the error code would come on and it would go away when she went back idling. So what did you do? You'd let back the timing a bit, was it?
Yeah, let the timing back in the pump, the advancement.
So it's basically just these, them leadings there.
Yeah. So they're roughly about the centre now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's right or not, but she's going.
Yeah.
So we had her full advanced one way.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I get her started after she left that time. Because I was churning and churning and churning at her and she would never go.
Wouldn't start.
As soon as I put the pump advanced, she went.
And now the pump is back.
Yeah.
Everything seems fine.
Yeah, well, we checked all the gears in there, we lined everything up, the timing marks.
Yeah.
Unless she was off a wee bit and I just turned her a bit too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's now in between where she was the first day and where I put her.
Yeah.
As such.
I suppose, is that it now? Start putting it.
Yeah, start putting it back. Yeah.
Put it all back together now. So hopefully that's our issue solved. And did you, with the oil leak, what did you put back together or change the seal?
Put new seal on.
Put new seal and all on,
New gasket, the whole lot done, yeah.
So hopefully that solves that problem.
Hopefully.
We live in hope.
Oil leak would be better than 90 horsepower.
Yeah, it would.
If she's back up to full power again.
If she's back up to full power, she'd be back ploughing or hauling slurry, anything. Well, the only thing she won't do is run the dribble bar. She won't spread with the dribble bar. Hasn't enough hydraulic flow. Because she's...
But you do the new tanker, would you not?
Maybe she might do the new tanker. She wouldn't do the other tanker, but she might do the new tanker. We'll have to try that.
Well, I think his plan is to get the slotted blower ply up someday now.
Yeah.
And get her diggied up.
Now all the parts are on the shelf except for points. We took all the points that were got for it to put on another plough, so he has to buy a lot of points for it.
That'll be 2 ploughs ready to go.
Yeah, we'll need them too with the way the weather's gone, because it is heading for the 1st of April and there's not a thing done, not a crop sown, nothing. So, hasn't happened in quite some time. I actually think the last time that happened, I think 16, we didn't get sown until very late, and then it turned into a shitty year at the back end, but we live in hope. But yeah, that seems to be the fixing of her, so happy days. So, back in the workshop, Lee and Father Phil have the loader brackets back on. Or getting there now. Never realised there was as much space in between. That's for them to fit in, is it?
Yeah. I can't just remember which one goes.
Go the other way around.
I think it was that road.
Oh, that looks right.
I never hit. Maybe that was hit there, did it? Can't remember.
Oh, I don't think there was a lot in it now. so there wasn't. So she's well on the road to going back. We're doing once Lee gets it all back together. The wheel has to come off to get the diesel tank back on, and then he'll be bringing it for a spin, but without the water pump going on, just to see, you know, give it 5 minutes of driving just to make sure that the EirCode doesn't come up. And once that's good, then water pump on, because you can't change the timing of the pump with unless the water pump is off. But it's coming back together nicely. And on the 1200 front, Father Phil is, why you put on the belts, is it?
Belts are on, yeah.
Fan belts are on. Brand new alternator and the starter back. All was done at Gielan's Auto Electrical,
yeah,
in just outside of Newtown Forbes. So having the starter on yet, but the starter
getting a bit of coat of paint before it goes on.
Okay. The starters there refurbished.
The new alternator, but it's just serviced up the starter.
Yeah. So the old alternator that was on it was beyond economical repair, so a new alternator on it, and then service up the starter. See, coming together nicely. And as you can see, the 6480 has only made it halfway out of the shed. So Lee's done a power work. He has it all back together and ready to rock and roll, and he quite literally was bringing it out of the shed, got halfway out, she airlocked, and he couldn't get it going. So Father Phil's coming out to give him a hand. I'm just going off to drop up the umbilical system to the next job, but he's done a power work. Not only has he done everything back, but he's done a job that has been meaning to be done for quite some time. He's taken out the air suspension, so there was the air cab suspension in it, and is after putting in the spring cab suspension. So these were got off Ned Murphy's tractors quite some time ago for this job, but never got put in. And while the job was being done and Lee had it checked up to get the tank in, he whipped them on. So now we'll have a wee bit of comfort in the tractor now. So it can be quite nice. We'll see how the new cab suspension works. But yeah, I forgot to leave the camera with Lee after editing the last video, so he'd done quite a bit of work there with maybe not filming a lot. But yeah, so hopefully I'll leave the camera here, and hopefully they get this 6480 ready to rock and roll tomorrow, because I'm hoping to have it to go harrowing tomorrow, or the bare minimum get to harrow up to the field so the 6290 can go harrow. But yeah, fingers crossed. It just needs to be bled. They're a pain in the arse to bleed, and once they get that going, then she'll be fine and she gets the harrow to the field. If she doesn't, then my plan falls apart. If it does, the beans are sowed tomorrow. So fingers crossed. Anyways, I better be on. And we're back in with the 1200. So now, yes, this video is strange. It has both the 1200 and the 6480, two separate videos I was hoping to have made, but we're in a pretty unique position. I don't think I have been in since I started YouTube, and definitely since I started making 3 videos a week. The weather has been so wet all spring. I was looking back on March. In March we only had 4 days with no rain. Now in Ireland there was places that had 29 days, which would be 3 days, so we're 1 day short of having no rain. But it's been small amounts, even though we did have rain, and we are getting a bit done. But mostly at the minute it's slurry with slurry, and there's enough slurry to keep us going for the next 2 weeks solid every day. We're not just getting, especially time has changed, not getting back into the workshop at this, and because all I'm at is slurry, literally it's 7 o'clock now, I'm going to film this and then we're heading off to go spread slurry. So it's getting a little bit tricky keeping that content coming when all I'm at is slurry, but we'll figure it out. Just a couple of new machines in the yard. There's a demo supposed to be coming today, so should be alright for next week, but it's not getting simple. But that's why the video has both machines in it. Anyways, what has been done? I think all the pipes, all the hydraulic pipes are now added onto it. I think these 2 pipes here are for the steering, for the orbital box. The exhaust is fully mounted. The oil cooler has been painted and added and piped. Starter is on. Fuel lines, actually not looking there. There's no fuel lines to the fuel filter yet. We are just about ready to start. It's just a matter of making sure all the pipes, there's an end of a pipe there, has to go somewhere, and making sure she's all filled up with oil and engine oil, and we should have her started. Father Phil reckons it won't take too long to get to the point where we're ready to start, but it's just not going to happen in today's video as much as that was the intention. So yeah, it's slowed down now, which is quite annoying, but what can we do? It's the year that's in it. Usually by now we'd be well on to tillage work because the slurry would be well wrapped up by now, but there's still a lot of slurry to be shifted. So it's just the wet year. So that's the update on the 1200. I'll tip into the yard now, and an update on how poorly the 6480 is. And here's the 6480, as you can see, loader on it and a chain on it as well. As you can probably tell, and as you may have seen in the last video, she has given us more trouble. So you would have seen she gave up coming out of the shed. They got her going. It was just airlocked, so it wasn't too bad. Anyways, Lee got loader on, that on, harrow on, all was grand, no EirCodes. Was driving for Coal Hill where we sowed the beans. Was going through Keena. Boost pipe blew off the turbo, so he's like, right, we're stop and put it back on. Turned it off, put it back on. Won't start. And she's immediately throwing up the EirCode 1077 when he went to start it. So we've been in touch with a man with a laptop. There's the alarm won't stop going off. A man with a laptop, and there is 12 EirCodes underneath 1077. So you have to plug it in to be able to see exactly what's wrong, because there's 12 different things that cause that EirCode. Everything from fuel temperature, crankshaft sensor error, mechanical failure. There's 12 different things. So without it, you're shooting in the dark as to what the problem is. So he's going to put it on. Maybe there could be 1, 2, 3 faults, or under that's wrong. But once we know what the fault is showing, we have some idea where we need to look. But yeah, Lee spent a whole week ripping and rooting and getting her all sorted and back together, and she's let us down again. And for those that are saying in the comments why don't we trade it in, it is on the top of the list to leave, but probably won't be done this year. The 1200 is a bit of a money pit at the minute. It's soaking up a lot of spare money. So yeah, she'll definitely be first to be gone when we do find something suitable to change. But yeah, she is some amount of hassle. And there's only 7,500 hours on the clock, so it's not wild hours either, so makes it even more disappointing. But yeah, that's the story with the 6480. That's the story with her mechanical adventures. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Not 2 videos condensed into one, because the weather has been alright for us. We're back working, but it's condensed so much work and pushed everything back so far. It just means for the next 2 weeks I'm at slurry. And I'm at slurry from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night. So we're putting in good big hours at the minute to get it done. But when that's all you're at, it's like so many times you can show laying a pipe and pulling a pipe and lifting a pipe before it gets very repetitive. But anyways, look up. Hope you enjoyed today's video. With a bit of luck, the weather will stay dry, even though they're talking of a storm coming, so that's not great, but we'll see what comes. We have to keep positive as best as we can, because otherwise it's very depressing at the minute. But we keep positive. Positive vibes only. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it for me. Good luck.